Alright, what's up guys? Taffy here again. I'm gonna do a follow-up video on my last video about the CS2 cases being removed. Obviously, speculation video. Not sure, not certain, not putting my money on the fact that they'll do that ever. The video is basically just, hey, this is a possibility and here's why I think it's a possibility. Not, hey, this is what they're going to do. I have strong feelings that they're going to do this. No, I don't think they're going to do this. It's just a different perspective on things, and one that I haven't heard anybody talk about yet. So with that, I wanted to follow up with that and some more reasonings as to why, and then also just options that they could utilize from that. First would just be simply to get rid of the supply. I mean, if they do trade ups from reds to golds, well then eventually, like I said in the previous video, you got to trade up, pinks to reds, purples to pinks, so forth, so on, and that would just crunch up the whole supply of skins, especially when you get the industrial grade and things like that. The whites, it's really gonna take a lot of skins to do that, and eventually, I mean, there would be no more skins. And if everybody keeps trading up the knives, there's going to be an influx of knives and not a whole lot of reds or anything below that. So, logically, the reds and pinks and everything's going to go up even more. I mean, you saw it initially go up because of the value of reds now, with you being able to trade up to knives. I mean, reds went up, but really almost every red's sitting at about $100. $80 to $100. Even the battle scarred. I mean, I unboxed a battle scarred inheritance last week. It's $60. Like, that's crazy. Battle scarred. And then some other things I was thinking is, if Valve decides to take the route of trading up and they want to take it a step further, I also see another option for them to decrease the supply of knives now. Because like I said, there's going to be a whole lot of knives, not a whole lot of skins, and now knives are just everywhere. One way to delete a lot of the knives would be to introduce another trade-up. I mean, these are just things, right, speculation, right? But if you think about it, we don't have shoes, and we do have agents. However, if they start trading up if they make a gold trade-up where you can trade up gold to get a different kind of item. I don't know what the next tier would be, if they would even do that, diamond, anything like that. I doubt it. But if you traded up maybe, say, 5-10 knives to get, super rare agents that you can't get otherwise unless you trade up a certain set amount of knives. It's an option. I see it. I don't know. I don't see it happening. I don't have any reason to believe that they would do this. However, I think it's a good idea. Just from my processing and what I guess some ideas that I would pitch to Valve, and I think it'd be a pretty sweet idea. Obviously, for the majority of people, no, it wouldn't be a great idea because most people can't afford that many knives to trade up and so forth, so on. But if this is the route they're taking to, erase the supply of skins, this is something that could help them get there. And then again, just introduce a new agent and they could even use existing agents for all that, really at the end of the day, but it wouldn't be worth it. I mean, agent skins would have to be, completely new, super rare, not attainable otherwise, and then, you can maybe sell the agent skin on the market at a later time. I don't know. It'd be like a $1,500 skin if you're thinking about it like that, if you're trading up knives. And then the way with like collections and stuff, they don't really have agents in collections like that if you traded up a bunch from the Gamma 2 collection to you trade up 5 Gamma 2 knives and then you can get like a Gamma 2 agent, but it's not like that. It doesn't have a Gamma 2 agent. There's no skins there, so they would have to introduce something for that to happen. But with them removing all the skins, if this is the case, right, we're following the same train of thought here. If that was the case, well, this could be maybe to implement the EU side of things where they're, people are speculating that, hey, Valve's trying to, get rid of the gambling title, and then with terminals being introduced, it's more of a, hey, this is an offer, limited time, get it while it lasts. If you don't, you don't. And this could also be, this could be, right? This could be what they're trying to do, get rid of all that, introduce terminals. That way, they take out all the skins from the cases and everything that you could unbox, and then just kind of limit it and make it a tiny supply of existing skins, which it's, like I said, the whole thing, it's just speculation. This is why I see it. And then another thing, this could be a step to new cases with skins, right? This could be a whole new step toward a new CS Counter-Strike that we haven't seen. A completely different swap on skins. This one, they could just introduce new skins and new cases like they have been for the whole time. I don't really see the need to get rid of every skin entirely as it is. However, this could clean up a lot of the existing supply, and then it would just kind of give room for a market cycle, not necessarily a new market, but something that, new people coming into the game, a new generation, and then it's kind of like a starting block, I guess, more or less. So, and then if this was the case, again, the result of this, decreasing all the skins, this would cause all current skin prices toward the end of, getting rid of them, right? If it's a year from now, let's say, how many skins are going to be gone from the market that were used to trade up to gold, that are no longer there? And those same skins, even blues, dark blues, they could potentially, right, if you think about it, those prices could skyrocket. Like you've already seen it. You already saw it when the glove knife trade up was introduced. Every skin tiers followed suit because you could trade up, blue, purple, pink, red, and then red to gold. And that's just the way it works. So, eventually, if all this supply goes out, well, same thing. Like you see it with the St. Mark collection, right? For example, again, the St. Mark offers the beautiful Wild Lotus, my favorite skin, which is reason why, the lower grades are so much money. But it's the same concept. If you take away all the existing skins, it's going to make them more rare, more scarce, and more desired, especially for collections like the Gamma 2. I don't know about you, Gamma 2 collection's sick knives. But yeah, that's really just kind of my take on it. There's a whole lot of different things that Valve's doing, and nobody really knows, I don't think. I'm sure there are some insiders or whatever, and that's why people get to jump on things. But from the outside, we don't know. Valve could do anything. The game could be dead tomorrow. They haven't even introduced Season 4 yet, and it's been over 24 hours. What are they doing? Are they introducing new cases, but doing a rotation in the armory? And are they going to do it all at once with new Season 4? Who knows? Right? But, this is just a take. And maybe this is just a way for Valve to, like I said, get rid of a good amount of this current supply and introduce new skins and or ways to obtain them. With that, that's all I got. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did.